The success of rice-based Deltic agriculture provided the basis for sedentary lifestyles in the Bengal Delta. And by about the 5th century BCE, urban centres emerged. For example, Wari Boteshore in eastern Bangladesh. Archaeologists have begun to excavate at Wari Boteshore and discover an important port city. This city traded with Southeast Asia and the Roman world. By the 3rd century BCE, complex urban centres were well established in the Bengal floodplains. Tamralipti in the southwest, Mahastan in the north, and Manamati in the east were some of the major urban centres. Mahastanagar represents the earliest and the largest archaeological site in Bangladesh and consists of the ruins of the ancient city of Pundranagara. The archaeological record indicates that urban centres arose in the Bengal Delta as early as the 5th century BCE. During the following centuries, large towns would develop along major rivers rather than on the exposed sea coast. Many scholars suggest that the Maurya and Gupta spheres of influence covered most of the Bengal Delta. In the 7th century CE, Shashanka, the king of the North Bengal state of Gaur, ventured into North India, and the Pala rulers repeated it with more success in the 8th and 9th centuries. The Chinese Buddhist monk Shunzung visited Samatata in eastern Bangladesh in around 640 CE. He wrote, "The land lies low and is rich. The capital is about 13 kilometers round. It is regularly cultivated and is rich in crops. The climate is soft and the habits of the people agreeable. The men are hardy by nature, small of stature and of black complexion. They are fond of learning. However, most of the time, Bengal polities appear to have been relatively small and transient. This situation was described as fish eat fish, Mochnai, where everyone was a king in his own house and there was no king ruling over the country. This situation was ended by Gopala, who established the Pala dynasty. 18 generations of kings ruled Bengal and Bihar for about 400 years from the middle of the 8th century AD. The Pala rulers were Buddhists, but the majority of their subjects were Hindus. The great Pala king Dharmapala had adopted the policy of religious toleration as the state policy. Religious toleration and mutual coexistence became the mark of the Pala period. It was through the Pala missionaries that Buddhism was finally established in Tibet. Dharmapal built the Shompur Mohobihar at Parapur, an excellent architectural achievement of the Pala Empire. In the 12th century, the Sena dynasty dethroned the Pala Empire. This ended the last major Buddhist imperial power in the Indian subcontinent.